a WikiVidi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Bayley, wrestler. Pamela Rose Martinez is an American professional wrestler currently signed to WWE, in which she performs on the Raw brand under the ring name Bayley. She is a former Raw Women's Champion, as well as a former NXT Women's Champion. Independent Circuit, 2008-2012. Martinez had been attending shows by Big Time Wrestling, a professional wrestling promotion in Northern California, since she was 11. She started her professional wrestling career at the age of 18 in April 2008 by attending Big Time Wrestling's training classes by her head trainer Jason Styles, which was one of the reasons why Martinez considered Big Time Wrestling as her home promotion. She had her first match in September 2008. On the American Independent Circuit, Martinez wrestled under the ring name Davina Rose. Rose wrestled for Big Time Wrestling from 2008 to 2012. From 2011 to 2012, Rose branched out to wrestle for other promotions like NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Pro Wrestling Destination, and Shine Wrestling. Rose first met her mentor Serena in October 2010 when they teamed together for a tag team match. When Rose made her debut for Shimmer Women Athletes in October 2011 at the tapings of Shimmer Volume 41-44, she became embroiled in Serena's feud with the Canadian Ninjas. At the tapings, Rose lost all 4 matches wrestled including her debut match to Mercedes Martinez. Rose continued to wrestle for Shimmer in 2012 and she received her first victory on Volume 48 as she teamed with Mia Yim to defeat Melanie Cruz and Mena Libra. On Volumes 51 and 52, Rose picked up her first 2 singles victories in Shimmer with wins over Cherry Bomb and Rhea O'Reilly. NXT 2012-2016. In December 2012, it was reported that Martinez had signed with WWE. In late January 2013, Martinez made her debut for WWE's developmental territory NXT at a live event, wrestling under a mask. She then adopted the ring name Bayley and made her NXT television debut in a loss to Paige on the March 20 episode. On June 12, Bayley adopted a new character of a doe-eyed fangirl, then lost to Alicia Fox in the first round of the NXT Women's Championship tournament to crown the inaugural champion. On August 21, Bayley unsuccessfully challenged AJ Lee for the Divas Championship. Bayley got her first win by teaming with Charlotte against Alicia Fox and Oksana on September 4. To Charlotte's annoyance, the beautiful fierce females attempted to convince Bayley to join them. However, on November 13, Charlotte attacked Bayley during their match against the BFFs and promptly joined the BFFs instead. Bayley then formed a brief alliance with main roster diva Natalya, defeating Sasha Banks in both tag team and singles matches. On May 1, 2014, Bayley failed to advance in a tournament for the vacant NXT Women's Championship after losing to Banks in the first round. After pinning Charlotte in a tag team match, Bayley defeated Sasha Banks to become the #1 contender to Charlotte's NXT Women's Championship, but she was unsuccessful in capturing the title at NXT TakeOver, Fatal 4-Way, and in a rematch that took place on October 2. In mid-October, after losing to Banks, Bayley was attacked by her former friend Becky Lynch, who allied with Banks, and Bayley later formed an alliance with former rival Charlotte to feud with Banks and Lynch throughout the following several weeks. On the November 27 episode, Bayley was attacked by Banks and Lynch, injuring her knee in the storyline. She returned on the January 21, 2015 episode, saving Charlotte from an attack by Banks and Lynch, before reluctantly attacking Charlotte herself. A month later, on February 11 at NXT TakeOver, Rival, Bayley competed in a Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship, but she failed to capture the title. In March, Bayley began a feud with Emma after she criticized Bayley for her niceness and claimed that it had prevented her from winning the NXT Women's Championship. This led to a match between the two on the April 1 episode, which Bayley won. On the April 29 episode, Bayley was defeated by Dana Brooke after a distraction by Emma. Bayley gained revenge on Emma the following week, where she attacked her after Emma's loss to Charlotte in a match at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable on May 20. Bayley teamed up with Charlotte to defeat Emma and Dana Brooke. On the May 27th episode, Bayley was defeated by Emma, and after the match she and Charlotte were attacked by Emma and Dana Brooke. After a short hiatus, Bayley returned from a broken hand injury on the July 22nd episode, where she defeated Emma and stated she had her sights set on the NXT Women's Championship, officially ending their feud. In August, after defeating Charlotte, Bayley defeated Becky Lynch to become the new #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. On August 22 at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Bayley defeated Sasha Banks to win the NXT Women's Championship for the first time, and after the match she celebrated with Banks, Lynch, and Charlotte. In a rematch between the two, contested in the main event of NXT TakeOver Respect on October 7, in the first ever women's 30-minute Iron Man match in WWE history, Bayley defeated Banks with 3 falls to 2 after securing the third fall with 3 seconds left in the match, and retained the championship. Throughout her championship reign, Bayley went on to fend off title contenders like Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie, Nia Jax, and Carmella. On the March 16 episode, after Bayley and Asuka won a tag team match, NXT General Manager William Regal announced that Bayley would defend her championship against Asuka on April 1 at NXT TakeOver Dallas. At the event, Bayley lost the championship to Asuka, ending her reign at 223 days. After a brief hiatus from in-ring competition, Bayley returned on the May 18 episode after being challenged by Nia Jax to a match, in which she was defeated. After being replaced by Jax at NXT TakeOver The End due to a storyline injury which made her unable to compete in a rematch for the NXT Women's Championship against Asuka, Bayley made her return on the June 22 episode, where she defeated Deonna Purrazzo. On the July 27 episode, Bayley asked NXT General Manager William Regal for a rematch against Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, which he granted. 2 weeks later on the August 10 episode, a contract signing was held between both women, which they accepted and signed. At the event on August 20, Bayley failed to regain the title, in what was her final match in NXT. Raw, 2016 present. On July 24, 2016, at Battleground, Bayley made her WWE main roster and pay-per-view debut in a one-off appearance as Sasha Banks' mystery tag team partner, defeating Charlotte and Dana Brooke. On the August 22 episode of Raw, Bayley made her official main roster debut after being established as part of the brand by Raw General Manager Mick Foley, where she confronted and challenged the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte to a title match, which Charlotte refused, and instead forced protégé Brooke to face her, whom Bayley defeated. At Clash of Champions, Bayley was unsuccessful in winning the championship from Charlotte in a triple threat match, which also included Banks. Throughout this time, she entered a feud with Brooke, and the two brawled and traded victories in matches. This culminated in a match at Hell in a Cell on October 30, which Bayley won. At Survivor Series on November 17, Bayley survived alongside Charlotte Flair as members of Team Raw. After the match, she was attacked by Flair. On January 2, 2017, Bayley defeated Nia Jax to become the #1 contender for Flair's Raw Women's Championship. She challenged Flair at the Royal Rumble, but was unsuccessful in capturing the title. She earned a rematch after she, Cesaro and Sheamus defeated Flair, Gallows, and Anderson the next night on Raw, with Bayley pinning Flair. 2 weeks later on the February 13 episode, after an assist from Sasha Banks, Bayley defeated Flair in the main event to win the Raw Women's Championship. At Fastlane, thanks to a distraction from Banks, she retained the title against Charlotte, and in turn gave Charlotte her first pay-per-view loss. At WrestleMania 33, in Bayley's WrestleMania debut, she retained the title against Charlotte, Banks and Nia Jax in a fatal four-way elimination match. On April 30, Bayley dropped the title to Alexa Bliss at Payback, ending her reign at 76 days. She failed to regain the title in a kendo stick on a pole match at Extreme Rules. In late July, Bayley again became the #1 contender for the championship and was slated to face Bliss at SummerSlam in August. but she suffered a separated shoulder injury which left her unable to perform. Bayley returned from her injury on the September 18, 2017 episode of Raw to help Sasha Banks fend off Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. At No Mercy the next week, she lost a fatal five-way match by being pinned by the defending Raw Women's Champion, Bliss. Bayley defeated Mickie James and Dana Brooke in a triple threat match to become the final member of Team Raw for a traditional 5-on-5 elimination tag team match at Survivor Series. Bayley was the first member of Team Raw to be eliminated during the match, but her team eventually won. On the January 1st, Bayley announced that she is entering the Women's Royal Rumble match. On Raw 25th anniversary, Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James defeated Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Nia Jax and Alicia Fox, with Sasha Banks making Alicia Fox tap out with the Banks statement. At the Royal Rumble 2018 event, Bayley entered at number 29 where she eliminated Nia Jax before getting eliminated by her best friend Sasha Banks. On the February 5th episode of Raw General Manager Kurt Angle announced Bayley as one of the participants of the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?